Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Allison Alana, and if you're new over here, welcome, welcome, welcome. Make sure you hit the subscribe button as you enter on into the video because I would love to have you be part of the family. And go ahead and hit the like button because, as always, you're going to like this video, okay? So, guys, I was searching the trends on YouTube, and I noticed that a lot of you guys are searching for decluttering and organizing tips. So I'm just like, well, why didn't you just ask? You know what I mean? But don't worry, I got everything you need to know right here in this video. I'm gonna give y'all 4 tips on decluttering and organizing, okay? And decluttering and organizing really isn't that hard. It's just to be consistent with it and to really build that habit to be able to do it. But like I said, don't worry, your girl's got you. Number 1 is to throw away anything you do not need. Throw away anything you do not need, okay? That could be clothes, that could be books, that could be papers, that could be like old mail, that could be toys that your kids no longer play with or have outgrown. It could be your kids' clothes. If you're into donating, you might be able to donate some of that stuff, but get rid of anything. Old shoes, old things, things that are beat up, you don't want to donate anyway. But things that are just like not of use to you, do not store them around your house. Do not be a weird hoarder, a pack rat. Like, just get rid of the things that you no longer need, because that's going to be the biggest thing. Is just with you having a whole bunch of things laying around that's just taking up space and cluttering the place and making everything unorganized. The biggest thing to do is get rid of all of that stuff. That is always going to be step number 1 in decluttering and organize. Throw away anything that does not serve you any purpose or that you no longer use. Decluttering and organizing tip number 2. Now that you've thrown away everything that you know you no longer need and that you're not going to use, go ahead and make sure that you have the things that you're going to need to organize the stuff that you're keeping, okay? So once again, the stuff that you're going to keep, they need a place to go. They need a place to go. So make sure you have hangers, a toy box if you have kids that you need to organize their toys. Maybe a shoe rack if your closet is not that big and you don't really know where to organize or where to put your shoes at. Bookshelves if you have a book, a good amount of books and you don't want them to be like all over on your closet floor or on your bedroom floor or on the top shelf or whatever. You want to have a specific place for these things to go. So get you, whether it be like some tubs or bookshelves, your baskets, your hampers. Maybe you have a lot of papers that you keep, like Social Security cards and stuff like that. Things that you might save for your kids for keepsakes. You might want to put those in a folder. And things like the Social Security cards and birth certificates, you might want to put those in like a fireproof box. I used to have a fireproof box years ago, and I used to keep my Social Security cards in there, birth certificates and things like that. So if we ever had like a fire or anything or flooding or anything, those things wouldn't get damaged at all. And I just put my key in there, open them up, take it out, and put them back in there after I was done using them. So that might be something good for you guys to look into as well. But you definitely want to have a dresser to put your clothes in, hangers to hang up your clothes that you don't want to put in the dresser drawer. Like I said, the shoe rack, the bookshelves for the books, like maybe those little like wire, I can't think of the right name, but like those little brown wire, I think they're like whisk baskets. You might want to have those where you roll your washcloth up in a small cylinder shape and put them in there. And your towels could probably go in there, or your sheets, or you want containers to organize not only like your bedroom closet, but your linen closets as well. So you can put your sheets, towels, washcloths, and things like that, extra comforters, duvets, things like that inside of the closet, but you might want to have something to put them into while you put them in the closet. So you could probably put your big comforters and duvets in like a tub, or seal them in plastic if you're into that kind of thing. Or you can just use like the baskets for your washcloths and towels and things like that. But yeah, you definitely want to have those kind of things, because if you don't have what you need to put the things in, then you're just going to end up unorganized again. And who wants to do that? Who wants to be in clutter, So throwing away things are great, but you also got to have something to put those things in so that they stay nice and neat. Decluttering and organizing tip number 3 is to maintain it. Girl, you just did all of this thrown away and all of this organizing. You don't want to be back at square one in a week, you know? So you gotta maintain it. Like, I know if you're somebody that's not naturally organized or was never taught to be organized, this is going to be where it's going to really give you that spanking. This is where you're going to really get that spanking, because if it's not natural to you or you weren't raised that way or trained to be that way, it's going to be a fight, because your head is going to be telling you to just do the things that you normally do, or your natural unorganized self is just going to do what your natural unorganized self would typically do. So you're going to be like fighting with yourself at all times. You're like, oh, I'm gonna just sit this right here because I'm tired, I'm gonna get it up later. No, don't store things in the chair in your room. Don't put things on the couch in your living room. Don't throw things, you know, like in places on the floor, like, oh, I'm just going out of my clothes, I just got home from work, I'm tired, I'm gonna just throw them on the floor and get them up later. No, because then you might actually end up leaving them there, and then next thing you know, days and days and days go by, and then everything is right back to square one after you just did all that work. And I don't know about you, but I don't want to let my work go in vain. Like, whenever I put in work behind something, I want to maintain it. I want to keep it up so that it lasts long, and that I feel like, you know, good about myself, good about my space, good about my environment, and that I don't mess up all that I just did. So that is probably going to be the biggest and hardest one, is the maintenance, because anybody could clean up. Anybody could clean up. But can they maintain it? You know what I mean? And that kind of goes for a lot of other things too. But we're going to stick to the topic of decluttering and organizing tips. So when you come in, take your shoes off, immediately put them in your shoe rack or in your closet. Take your coat off, immediately hang it up in your coat closet. Take your clothes off, you're about to go shower after work, immediately put them in your hamper. Not on the bathroom floor, not in your bedroom floor, not in the living room or wherever you be addressed at. Put them where they go immediately. Train yourself to do this. Maybe write a chart. I used to write a chart for myself back in the day, and I would scratch off each week all of my household goals that I did. Scratch it off, okay? Literally write. Put clothes in hamper, and then have Monday through Friday along that column. And every day that I put my clothes in the hamper, I check it off. Put shoes away. Every day that I put my shoes away, I'm gonna check it off. Like, train. Sometimes you have to like go overboard like that and be a little excessive when you know these kind of things don't come naturally to you or they weren't taught to you. If you're really serious about decluttering and organizing, this is how far you might have to go sometimes. So be prepared to like know that your old mind or your old way of doing things is going to fight you, but you have to become somebody bigger and better who's tired of being in clutter and being unorganized, and really fight those desires to do what you used to do. Okay, so let's face it, this will not be an easy transition. So there might be some times where you just really just make a mess all over again. But tip number 4 is going to get you together. And tip number 4 is to have a cleaning schedule. As you guys may or may not know, if you're new here, you might not know this, but I clean my house every single Sunday. Unless it's like I'm sick or something crazy is going on, my house is cleaned every Sunday. I clean my bathroom every Sunday. I wash my rugs every Sunday. I clean my bedroom every Sunday. I mop the floors out in my bathroom and my room. I wash my sheets every Sunday, my blanket every Sunday, my pillowcases every Sunday. I clean my kids' room. I make sure Aiden cleans the bathroom in there for them. That he cleans his room. He's actually cleaning that right now because today is Sunday. And I clean my living room and kitchen deeply, the microwave underneath it, like all of that. So have a cleaning schedule, because let's just say that you clean up on Friday and by Tuesday it's really, really dirty, right? Or by Wednesday it's really, really dirty. It can't go but so bad, because you know that the Friday that's approaching, you're going to clean again. So if you keep just going and going and going, you're going to see that things are not going to get out of hand as much, even if you didn't keep up good with your maintenance during the week, because you're going to do another big cleaning again in a week. So have a weekly day, whatever day that might be for you. Like I said, for me, it's Sunday. But for you, it might be a Friday. It might even be a Monday. I don't know what your time and your schedule allows you to do, but pick a day. Pick a day and get up in the morning and do what you got to do. Get your laundry done. Clean out whatever that shouldn't be in your closet. Clean out your purse. clean out your wallet, clean out your house. Just get everything nice and organized so that you can start the week fresh. That's why I like to do mine on Sunday, because I feel like Monday through Friday is when I'm just like go, 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 go. Especially since the kids are now back in school. So on Sunday, I clean everything and kind of prep everything so that during the week, I just can grab and go, pick out the clothes and stuff ahead of time, and just have things the way that I need for it to be, because it's just easier on me to get things done in that way, because I'm the only one really doing everything, you know? So with that being said, pick you a day, get to cleaning, and it won't be so bad between that week, that day that you pick, and the next day, you know? So yeah, I hope these tips helped you guys out, and I will see y'all in the next video. Now get to cleaning. If you actually follow these tips and you find that they're working really, really well for you, tag me in an Instagram post. When you clean your house, take a picture of your home and tag me in an Instagram post letting me know, hey, you followed my 4 decluttering and organizing tips and your house is in the best shape it's ever been, or however that might be for you. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.